East Fremantle hosted Swan Districts in the 2014 first semi-final at East Fremantle Oval. What made it so intriguing was that their encounters this year stood at 1-1, with each beating the other by 10 goals. Most recently, the Sharks gave the Swans a terrible round 22 battering, but finals are a different proposition altogether. So, okay, well, either way, Smirk's got it. That's a terrible kick from Smirk. Oh, clean bowled everyone, and Jukes runs into an open goal.
Connor Blakely, talented young man, but that's a mistake. Turns it over. Dalziel now got the hand pass onto Perham from 50 out. Can he kick accurately? He can.
Floats it up toward full forward. The ball had plenty of carry with the breeze. Andrew Stephen from his knees. Howlett tries to paddle the ball in front of him. Dodd comes in to help relieve pressure. Not. Somehow got his boot to him. If that hasn't been touched as a goal. High kick up towards centre half forward. Pete can't get into the game. Bounce favours Brock O'Brien. That's going to be beneficial to East Fremantle because he's a terrifically long kick from outside 50. Unloads and puts it through.
Goes through the middle of the ground. Has some support. They'll work it forward. Faulkner. That's a long kick. He wants Davis. How does the bounce sit? Jump got there. Davis, though, emerges with it. Gets the hand pass forward. Carey all on his own. Couldn't miss. He's got 3. Bristow, that's a thumping kick. He's got plenty on it. It'll go deep inside the attacking 50. Can Pete gather and goal? He'll run it along the ground for a major.
Kicked it straight into the chest of Rogers, who anticipated brilliantly. He gets plenty on the kick. Now Gapin with the run of the footy. Gets there first. Oh, there's no one up there on Ryan Davis. They've forgotten about him. He's dropped off into the goal square. Kicks an easy one. East Fremantle in disarray. Ryan Davis has his second. Bounces it. The ball fired out by Dalziel. Running onto it, Eardley. Eardley with a high kick. Long kick. Is this going to have the journey? It is. Oh, 2 goals within 10 seconds for East Fremantle. Goes to ground. Here's Peake again with this way and that. Hand pass out to Young. Now Young can shoot from inside 50. Throws it onto the boot. And I think he's put it through. We'll have to wait on the goal umpire. That was close. Goal to East Fremantle. Got a bit of carry on the footy as well. Carey bumped off it by Reid. His hand pass was poor. It went to Gapin. Now Gapin's hand pass to Davis. Davis accommodates Riggio. He accommodates Knott. Knott throws it onto his boot. An easy goal to Swan Districts. He's Eardley with a clearing kick. Swan Districts well represented. Maybe 1 too many up. Boyle cleverly fists the ball on in front of Lester Smith, who's got speed to burn, decides then to hand pass it off to Peake and Shepherd. He did that brilliantly, and Peake, look at the speed of the veteran, takes 5 bounces, runs to the goal square and dribbles it through. McGough gets underneath the footy a bit, but he gets some carry with the breeze. Bristow is in front. Oh, front square there was Peake. Clever read of the play by Peake. Great centering kick. Rory O'Brien on the end of it from a vacant goal square. He's put East Fremantle in front.
Better this time. Bristow put it down into the path of Peake, who snaps around the body. How will it bounce? It bounced truly. He's got 4. The weather has certainly favoured East Fremantle just as they hit the front. It's absolutely bucketed down. Ball again there for the Sharks. Hancock, he could just about seal it with this.
So for East Fremantle, Brett Peake kicked 4 goals. Perham 3, Andrew Stephen and Brock O'Brien each kicked 2, and singles were kicked by McGough, Rory O'Brien and Eardley, whilst for Swan Districts, Ricky Carey kicked 4 majors, 3 to Tony Knott, 2 each to Davis and Jukes, singles to Simpson, Broad and Gapin. For East Fremantle, Mark McGough, 28 possessions. He kicked a goal as well. Rory O'Brien with 23 and a goal. Henson, a great second half, 18 possessions and 9 marks. Dalziel slow to start, but got into the game after half-time, 20 possessions. Stephen Dodd, a great duel on Tim Gapin, 8 marks and 16 possessions. 17 possessions and a goal to a return to form in Ryan Lester Smith. Peake, 4 straight goals from 13 kicks. He also had a handball, and Eardley, very good, 18 possessions and a goal. For Swan Districts, Faulkner was outstanding, at least for 3 quarters. He had 28 possessions, 20 to Blight. Riggio in the second half was very good. He had 24 possessions. Davis, 2 goals from 17 possessions. 11 possessions, 4 goals to Ricky Carey. Connor Blakely had 16 possessions. Alari, 16 and 17 to Rogers. the match stats really don't tell the true story. Swan Districts having by far and away more possessions. The inside 50s, they had 5 more than East Fremantle, and their centre breaks just 1 less. But in the end, it was the margin of 23 points, which was really the eye-opener in favour of East Fremantle. And they led only at the final change, the Sharks, because it was Swan Districts out of the blocks, leading by 16 points at quarter time, by 10 at the half. They led by 30 points at three-quarter time, and it was a remarkable 53-point turnaround in the final quarter. The Sharks running out winners 19-7 to 121 to 14-14, 98.
Rob, fantastic win, one that'll stay in your memory for a long time, but your boys pulled off almost a miracle.
Yeah, the boys have got great resolve. They're a great bunch of blokes, and it's just a privilege to play with these guys. So we've got a lot of belief in each other, and hopefully this is just the start.
The midfield of Swan Districts were probably on top all day. You knew you had to pull out a big quarter. It all started in the middle. It all started with you. You got them going. It was just unbelievable how you all just bonded together. What did Steve Malaxos say at three-quarter time?
Steve just said, take them on, roll the dice, and go out and have a crack, leave nothing in the tank, and I think we did that.
Did you always have the belief? I don't know if the supporters did. They certainly got behind you once everything started going. But certainly some great belief in yourselves.
Yeah, I thought it was a good 4-goal breeze. So I thought we were always in the game. And, we really put it to them in that last quarter.
I think, as Judgy said upstairs, 8 goals in 18 minutes. It was just unbelievable. Was there any doubt at all, or you just always knew that you were going to be able to get back in the game?
No, look, as I said, we've got great belief in each other, so there was never a doubt, I think, in our minds anyway.
Mate, congratulations, well done. Steve, remarkable comeback. You must be really proud of your players.
Oh, absolutely, Rod. For 3 quarters, we were beaten, but their last quarter was sensational. They just started really lifting the intensity around the stoppages, and we got a little bit more reward for effort.
I know the coach can't always take all the credit, mate, but what did you say to them at three-quarter time? It looked like they were a different side out there when they come after that.
I was actually very quiet, Rod. Maybe I got to learn from that.
I can't believe that. Yeah.
Maybe I got to learn from it. Yeah.
Mate, it was just fantastic. 8 goals in 18 minutes. Also, you kept, I think, Swans goalless in that last quarter as well. Did you know it was going to happen? Did you feel it was confident? Did you feel anything in the players?
I know that they've got the capacity to do well in the last quarter, but I thought we needed to be within 3 or 4, to be perfectly honest, at three-quarter time. But I know our last quarter's been pretty good, and we had the win. But Swans have been playing that well. I just thought that they might be too hard to run over. Yeah.
Because in the third quarter, you only kicked 1 goal into the win yourself. You lost Chalwell, so you only had 3 rotations. The rain was coming. You probably saw the storm. The crowd got behind you. The players just all lifted. It started with Robbie Young in the middle. He was just fantastic. The midfield were beaten all day, but you just turned it around. It was incredible.
Yeah, Swans midfield were really good, but those guys did lift in the last quarter, and yeah, Youngie got going in the centre, and we just, I suppose we got the ball in there. We kept it in there a bit more in the last quarter. Right, it came out too easy in the first 3 quarters.
Certainly a huge, amount of players lifted as well. But what that must do now is give you a lot of confidence going into next week. You'll meet Subiaco. They only beat you, obviously, the other week. You played pretty well against them. You must go in confident against them as well now.
Well, not till three-quarter time, mate. But look, it was just a fantastic win. Whether it was a final or not, it was a fantastic win. But obviously, being a final makes it a little bit more special. And Subi will be really hard to beat. They've finished top 2 for a reason. They're better than us during the year, but we're in there. Yeah.
Mate, keep it quiet tonight. Keep the lid on everything. How will you address the boys now?
I think they've got to enjoy this sort of win and pick up the pieces tomorrow, you know. But fortunately, it's work tomorrow, Rod. So that's a better handbrake than me telling them.
All right, buddy. Enjoy it. Well done. Congratulations. Great win.
Thank you, mate.
So the co-tenants East Perth and Subiaco played off in the 2014 second semi-final at Medibank Stadium. The Lions had been the master of the Royals during the course of the season, having won both home and away matches. But an influx of 11 Eagles squad members into the Royals lineup meant that the minor premiers were going to be hard to beat. East Perth started off like a bull at a gate, really attacking hard, kicking with the breeze. Early goals to Pat McGinnity set up an early lead for East Perth. Dean Cadwallader has been in sparkling form in the later part of the season, and the Royals marched to a 21-point lead at quarter time. Craig Wolfe got off to a great start, combining with Jared Oakley-Nichols, and at half time, despite a fight back by the Royals, East Perth still led by 8 points, the margin at the long break. After half time, however, East Perth really started to consolidate and emerge as the powerhouse team that they have been believed to have been all season. They dominated Subiaco, 10 scoring shots to 4 in the third quarter, and stretched the margin to 29 points at three-quarter time. And in the last quarter, it was much of the same. The Royals just dominating Subiaco in most positions on the ground. They stretched their winning margin to 32 points. They certainly would not be denied, and they stormed into the grand final as expected. Subiaco certainly gallant in defeat, but unfortunately they were no match for a East Perth side that was stacked with stars, and they finished out winning 13 goals, 12, 90 to Subiaco 7-16, 58. So the preliminary final next week is between Subiaco and East Fremantle. All the action at Medibank Stadium, live from 2 p.m.